Alright, back again. Today we got out the old Kix 91 Supergun control panel, and I figured we could put in this game here, Giga. So, let's pop this in and play some of that. Now I'm sure this is a game that many of you have already played or seen through MAME. Well, even some people may already have it in their collection, but I figured we could just give it a little bit of a try here and do some gameplay for you. It's a really fantastic game, bullet shooter, bullet hell shooter. But really good. I'm not sure how good the quality is going to be here through the LED TV, but hopefully it'll be alright. Let the intro go through here. Alright, and there's our intro. So, let's pop in some coins here. And let's start it up. At the beginning here, you have 4 ships that you can choose from, and each one has a little bit of a special weapon. Here's Daijin. Next one we got here is Wide Stand. Then Porchka and Charmaine. So, let's see here. Let's go with Porchka here. Game is really self-explanatory here, especially in the intro part. By pressing the first button multiple times as your regular shot, if you hold it down, what you have is kind of like a deflect shield, which with many bullets, by holding down that deflect shield, it actually saves you. It changes all the bullets that are around you into kind of pickup items. And by pressing the second button here, this is your bombs that you can use. So, let's get into the game here. It's going to be a little bit challenging. I'm kind of playing with the control panel on the floor. We'll see how we do. And there's a storyline for each one of the characters, so. Just a really beautiful game. The difficulty factor definitely speeds up. It gets much more challenging as you go along. There's different Ps here that are your power-up weapons, so it'll power up your main weapon here. And yeah, just a really well-designed game. I mean, for those of you guys who love the bullet hell shooters, I'm sure you've already played this one for sure. There might be a few people who haven't played this one before, but it's a fantastic game. Got really good music to it. Here's our first little mini boss. But like here, you use your deflect shield that helps you out a lot. But throughout the game, you just pick up all these medallions. These are all points. So, and at the end of the stage, it'll show you how many points you have. For the end bosses, it's pretty interesting because there's a timer on the bosses. And if you defeat the boss within the timer, you get a good score. If not, if the timer runs out and the boss disappears, you still complete the stage. So it's kind of nice. But it really pushes you to try and defeat the boss in a certain amount of time. There's another power-up. See if I can grab that. But just a beautiful game. I mean, I've mentioned this so many times before, and I think a lot of people already know it, but Capcom just makes some fantastic games. Just look beautiful. But really smooth as far as the, jeez, as I get hit and die. As far as the gameplay goes, really, really smooth. There are some parts in the game, you know, eventually, like I said, as it gets more difficult, the game really does get challenging for sure. Here we're coming up on our first boss. And you can see the timer in the corner. It says 90 seconds to defeat him, so. Probably not going to do so good here. Like I said, I'm playing basically on the floor, so this is not very good. Yeah, just dying left and right. If you have a good view on the game, you know, like you're not playing in this awkward position, you can really do very well. But overall, it's a fantastic game. Really, really challenging. Yeah, let's continue here. Can't see the bullets, too close to the TV. Yeah, that was absolutely horrible. But it'll show you how many times. That is far from perfect. That was very bad. But we'll move on here to our second stage. And the story continues. The game overall is pretty short. Only has like, I think it's 5 stages. But quite short game. Last boss is pretty awesome as far as the amount of stuff that just gets thrown at you. But yeah, overall, just a wonderfully designed game. And if you haven't had a chance to play it, I definitely recommend giving it a shot. It's quite challenging. You know, not as challenging as some of the Mushihime-sama games or Espagulda series, but it is challenging nonetheless. But when there's a ton of enemies on the screen, it definitely does get tricky to try and figure out what are things you can collect and what are things that are coming at you, you know. Can't see. I don't recommend playing this game too close to the TV though, because it's just too hard. Let's continue one more time here. But just want to show you a little bit of what Giga here looks like for the arcade, and that is about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching. Thanks for watching some really bad gameplay.